What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I am Sunny Brooks. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy yourself, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and like the videos. If you're not new, welcome back, family. Today I'm going to be talking about how to charge and cleanse your crystals and why you should. So let's get started. The reasons to clean your crystals really comes from when you feel as if it has absorbed enough energy, or you just want to reset the energy of crystals. And a lot of times people say, how often do I need to cleanse my crystals? Honestly, it depends on how often you use them and the energy that comes in contact with them. So my crystals a lot of times stay in my home. Sometimes I carry crystals with me, but I'm not really many places with my crystals outside of like our warehouse where the energy is pretty good, right? So like when I was a teacher and I had to endure a lot of energy from the kids and from other like co-workers and stuff, I would cleanse my crystals multiple times a week. So it really depends on the type of energy your crystals is around and how often it's around that energy. But if you want a good rule of thumb, you could clean your crystals at least like once a month or something like that. But I don't really advise cleaning the crystals all the time unless the energy you're around is very hectic and very chaotic. Then you should probably cleanse it a little more, but then also you shouldn't probably be around energy that's chaotic and hectic all the time. But that's another story for a different day. I digress. And as far as charging your crystals, I'm gonna be honest with you. Me personally, I don't believe it. I won't say, okay, let me hold on, y'all. Don't wring my neck now. I won't say I don't believe in charging crystals, but I do not feel like it's a necessity. Right? I don't feel like it's necessary to charge your crystals, or you have to charge your crystals all the time. Have I charged my crystals? Yes. But do I feel like, oh, it's something to like breathe and live by, like you need to charge your crystals and you need to cleanse them? No. I would say if I had to pick one, I would cleanse my crystals more than I would charge them, just because the energy of the crystal is pretty consistent and it is connected with the earth's energy. So charging it works, but it doesn't necessarily make this huge difference. Like if you don't charge your crystals, then something's gonna happen. Okay, so people charge their crystals to give energy back to the crystals, so the energy protects them. So the energy of crystals protect them and absorb energy. When they charge it, they're trying to put the energy back into the crystals, or basically lively the crystals up. So not lively, liven up the crystal. Don't mind me, it's my Friday. But really, you want to charge your crystals if you're feeling led to it. So a few ways to charge your crystals. I'm going to do charging first because it's pretty simple versus cleansing. With charging your crystals, you can use the moon or the sunlight to charge your crystals, because if you think about it, the energy that comes from the moon and the energy that comes from the sun is very charging energy. So you may hear a lot of people charge their crystals under the full moon or the new moon and stuff. Even Beyonce's like, I charge my crystals on the full moon, right? So yes, you can charge your crystals by the full moon, the sunlight. I would just say be careful with putting certain crystals in the sun continuously, because it will fade. I don't have one here, but a lot of quartz like amethyst, rose quartz, citrines. I even have some fluorite that I sit in my windowsill, and it has faded. It's not as dark as it used to be because the sun will fade it. That does not mean your crystals like are fake or anything like that. It doesn't mean that. It's just the exposure to the sun, it starts to decrease the depth of the color in the crystals. So you want to be careful. Like if you just put it out once a month or something, you should be fine. But if you just have your crystals sitting out on a balcony all month long, it may fade. So just that's it. And then I don't want you to go to your crystal supply and be like, my crystals fade because they faded. It's not true. And then you can also charge them by putting them back into the earth. So putting them in soil or digging up like a hole in your backyard or something and putting them back to where they came from. So when you think of charging your crystals, you want to charge it in its environment that it came from, right? So you can put it in the earth, on the earth, like, or use the earth elements like the sun and the moon to charge the crystals. But you can also now go into cleansing. You can also use soil to cleanse the crystals, because you're returning it back to earth. If you don't have a yard like to put your crystals in, you can also use like your house plants, because it is soil, so you can dig it up and put your crystals in there. That's a good way to refresh it, kind of cleanse and charge at the same time. But don't forget about your crystals in there. Don't be like, y'all took my crystals, and forget that you buried it in one of your pots in your room. But as far as also cleansing, you can use Florida water. This is what I have in a bottle. I have Florida water. Y'all probably saw my other videos. Just spray it. You have a crystal. This is blue calcite. I will spray it. Come on, Florida water. Okay, there we go, right there. Spray it, and then rub it. You know, cleanse it. Say your prayer or whatever. You can use Florida water. You can use sage. This is white sage, but you can use white sage, blue sage, palo santo, lavender, juniper, cedar. Because some people do not prefer to use white sage, some people do not prefer to use palo santo or other cleansing sticks. That's fine. Use the one that you feel comfortable with. Or you can also use incense smoke. Smoke is cleansing, so you can use the smoke from a cigar, which is tobacco. You can use incense smoke. You can use the smoke from a charcoal or the resins that's burning on a charcoal. You can use camphor, the smoke from the camphor, to cleanse crystals. So you can use smoke really to cleanse crystals. You can kind of just, I don't want to burn the sage right now or the incense, so you can kind of hold it. Say if this is the sage, you can kind of just hold it as the smoke come up and rotate your crystal around the smoke, so that you can make sure each area is cleanse. You can also cleanse and charge at the beach, but I would say cleanse it. The water at the beach is really, it's salt water, and it's back, it's from the earth, so you're putting the crystal back to where it comes from. But not all crystals can go in water. Go watch my other crystal video. I have one, don't do these things with crystals, and I also just did how to choose your crystals. If you're having problems with choosing your crystals, go watch that video. But all crystals, for example, cannot be in water. So like blue kyanite. Some people was under the comments saying, oh, my blue kyanite I went swimming with it and it didn't dissolve. Okay, maybe your blue kyanite is tumbled, maybe it's polished, maybe it has a finisher on it, but a raw piece of blue kyanite, if it is submerged underwater. So swimming is different, because you're just not underwater like a fish for 5 hours continuously. That's different. Like splashes of water is a little different than submerging. So I would not take my blue kyanite and drop it in a cup of water and leave it there for days to cleanse, because my blue kyanite might not be there when I get back. You can like look it up, like gypsum crystals, GY, I think it's GYPSUM. Gypsum crystals, they are they will dissolve. I don't think I have any pieces of selenite. No, I don't. But selenite also, people say, oh, my selenite is river, it's a river selenite. That's different, because it is processed in a way like it is tumbled through the river, so it has a different finisher. But raw selenite, trust me, I done did it. I've been like, I don't have a certification in crystal healing for no reason. Like, I have been studying crystals for 5+ years, so I have done it. Like, I've done it. So you can cleanse your crystals with beach water or water, but you want to make sure it is like your quartz crystals or things like that. You don't want to put your crystals that may dissolve or that's porous into the water. You can also use, I don't have selenite here, but you can use selenite to charge your crystals up. Selenite is a good, like, it has very, what can I say, neutral energy. So when you place your crystals on maybe a selenite plate, a selenite wand or something like that, you can charge the energy of the crystals. Also, here's a little extra tool. If you pair any crystals with clear quartz, boom, got clear quartz, and I'm going to use this green aventurine right here. If I pair this, great green aventurine. If I pair this green aventurine with this clear quartz, guess what happens? Do you know? It amplifies it. Clear quartz amplifies anything. So once you cleanse it and you want to like give it a nice charge, you can give it to like selenite, lay it on selenite, let it charge it. But if you want to like give the energy like a good energy boost, like come out the gate strong, just pair it with a clear quartz. boom, you have a freshly cleansed, charged, and now you have an extra strong vibration coming from the crystal because the clear quartz paired with it gave it what it needed. It gave it what it needs to give, y'all. Okay, y'all got that? What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to cleansing and charging your crystals. Just follow your intuition. At the end of the day, I'm always tell y'all that. Oh, salt cleanses too. If y'all put it like in a bowl of salt, if y'all put y'all crystals in a bowl of salt, it will cleanse the crystal. It won't charge it because salt is cleansing, but that's another something. But if you have any other ways that you cleanse or charge your crystals, let me know in the comments. Feel free to share. Or if you have any questions, let me know. But really trust your intuitions. You can make it routine and make a ritual of it, like you do it every full moon, or you cleanse your crystals every Sunday and charge them every full moon. Yes, you could do it like that, but if you're not feeling led to it, I'd rather you trust your intuition rather than create some sort of ritual just to say that you cleanse and charge your crystals. If it's not needed, then don't do it. Like, I haven't cleansed my crystals. I'm gonna be honest, it's 2021. I have not cleansed them in this year. Like, my crystals stay at home. Everybody ain't welcome to my house. And the energy that comes into my house is energy that I feel safe enough to be in my house. So if I feel safe enough for them to be in my house, I feel safe enough for my crystals to be around their energy. You get what I'm saying? Not saying I won't cleanse my crystals. I will. And honestly, it's a workload to take all them crystals off my shelf, out of my boxes, out my windowsill, out of it. Like, that's a lot. So I'm not doing that every week. Like, I'm just not doing it. I'm not that spiritual person that's about to tell y'all have to do it every week. Like, I'm not that person. Like, if I'm not being led to do it, I don't care how mystical, how spiritual, how, like, in tuned I am. If I am not being led to do it, I'm not doing anything I'm not being very ritualistic just to say that I'm doing it or just because I need to because I'm spiritual. No. So I don't advise you to do any of that. And if y'all haven't already, y'all follow me on Instagram at I am Sunny Brooks. I'll see y'all next time until we meet again. I love y'all. Bye.